Dog blood bush is also known as the female herb here in Jamaica, and for good reason, as many Jamaican herbalists have traditionally used this medicinal plant to treat infertility, fibroids, and other womb-related problems. Stay tuned. Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Earth's Medicine, the channel that introduces you to the healing wonders of Mother Earth with a Jamaican flavor. So today I'm going to introduce you to dog blood bush. I'm going to be sharing some dog blood bush facts, like the botanical name and common names along with the plant family, the origin, distribution, habitat, as well as some of the health benefits, and how some Jamaican herbalists use this plant to treat some of these issues. So let's get right into it. Dog blood bush belongs to the Phytolaccaceae family. Its scientific name is Rivina humilis, and some of the common names are as follows. There is baby pepper, bloodberry, rogue plant, coral berry, pigeon berry, and small pokeweed, among others. Dog blood bush is native to Central America, South America, Southern United States, and the Caribbean. However, it can be found in the Pacific, a small number of countries in Africa and Asia, as well as in some temperate countries. Dog blood bush is a long-lived herb that tends to grow an average of 1.5 foot tall, but it can grow up to 4 feet tall. The flowers are white to pink and are about 1/4 of an inch across, growing on the last 2 inches of the stem. The fruits are small and numerous, and as they mature, they turn from green to white, then to pink, and finally to glossy red. The plant is very beautiful, especially when it blooms pale pink and bears its red fruits simultaneously. And all kinds of birds like to eat these fruits, and they also disperse the seeds in their droppings as well. In Jamaica, you can find dog blood bush growing wildly, organically, and abundantly in backyards, forests, and other green spaces, under trees and shrubs, in areas that are damp with partial sunlight. Long before the advent of search engines, reference books, and scholarly articles, for thousands of years, traditional herbalists from various cultures around the world believed that the physical features of a plant, such as its color,
the shape of its fruits or leaves, its taste, its smell, or even the habitat in which it grew was somehow linked to the plant's medicinal effect, and that this was God's way of showing man what each plant would be useful for medicinally. So, for example, beetroot's dark red color means it could be useful for building the blood, and that bird pepper's resemblance to the human heart means that it could be useful to the cardiovascular system. And in the case of dog blood bush, because its fruits produce a red substance resembling blood, it could be useful for conditions that relate to the blood. This kind of thinking is called the doctrine of signatures. And even though modern medicine dismisses it, today there are still some Jamaican herbalists that are guided by this theory. And I find it to be quite interesting. I do believe that there could be some truth to this, because there is definitely a universal connection between mankind and the plant world. What are your thoughts? Please share them in the comment section. For years, many traditional herbalists in Jamaica have used dog blood bush to treat a variety of womb-related problems such as fibroids, cysts in the womb, as well as infertility caused from blocked fallopian tubes. They have also used the herb to treat irregular and painful periods, and to treat yeast infections, and to balance hormones as well. For the treatment of infertility caused from blocked fallopian tubes, some Jamaican herbalists recommend harvesting the green leaves of the herb and putting them down for approximately 4 to 5 days, after which they are washed, boiled, and then a tea is made and consumed in the mornings and evenings for a week. Some herbalists combine dog blood bush with the herbs wild clary and inflammation weed to make this tea. However, this is usually done after a body cleanse. In order to do a body cleanse, some Jamaican herbalists recommend that one must blend water from 1 freshly cut coconut along with 1 bitter grapefruit, 1 tablespoon of honey, 3 tablespoons of unpackaged Epsom salt, and a fat peg of garlic.
Then you're going to strain off this liquid. It's going to be thick and it should give you about a quart.
And it is recommended that persons take a small amount of this concoction every morning and evening until it is finished.
And you can store the extra batches into the refrigerator.
It is also said that this concoction will promote bowel movement. Therefore, you need to have access to a bathroom, and
it is also recommended that this cleanse be done at least 3 times for the year. It is important that you maintain an alkaline diet during this time, and it is said that during the time of the cleanse you should start to see improvements with infertility issues as well as issues with period cramps.
Once this concoction is finished, it is also said that 1 week later would be the best time to consume this tea combination of dog blood bush, wild clary, and inflammation weed. For the treatment of infertility caused from blocked fallopian tubes, there are other Jamaican herbalists who recommend taking a cup of dog blood bush tea for a month, and for period cramps, they also recommend drinking a cup per day for 3 days before the period is due. And this tea is also combined with vervine, which is another Jamaican herb that is good for reproductive health as well.
Some Jamaican herbalists use dog blood bush to treat cuts, bruises, as well as wounds. They use the leaves to make tea, and the tea is applied to the affected areas, and it's said to promote healing. Some Jamaican herbalists also use dog blood bush to treat skin problems like eczema and psoriasis, as well as other skin rashes. And again, a tea is made and applied to the affected areas, and it's said to promote remedy.
The leaves of this plant are also used to treat muscle pain, joint pain, and inflammation of the stomach and all other parts of the body. For treatment, a tea is made and it is used both internally as well as topically. And persons in Jamaica also use dog blood bush tea to treat respiratory issues such as coughs, colds, as well as the flu. The following are some things that you should take into consideration before applying any of these treatments. It is recommended that you avoid harvesting any leaves of this plant that are yellowish or curled, as this would suggest that the plant has insects or disease. Some Jamaican herbalists believe that if the leaves are harvested in an unfriendly manner, you will not get these medicinal benefits. So, one should therefore ask permission from the plants before harvesting. Some Jamaican herbalists also believe that harvesting of these leaves should only be done when the sun is out, which is when the medicine is most active in the plant. It is also not recommended for pregnant women to consume this tea, as it may cause an abortion. It is also not recommended to drink this tea during your monthly cycle, as it can cause heavy bleeding. It is also not advisable for you to harvest the leaves of plants that grow in areas that are populated with human and animal traffic, because you do not know if such plants have been contaminated with harmful substances. For internal use, the leaves of the plant are usually harvested and washed, then they are dried, then they are grounded to get the correct measurement. Then 1 teaspoon of this powder is added to 1 cup of water. Then it is usually steeped for 5 to 10 minutes and strained. For topical treatment, about 10 to 12 leaves are usually harvested and washed. Then they are cut into pieces and then boiled in water. This water is usually used to wash cuts and bruises and areas that are affected with skin rashes.
That's it for now, guys. I hope you really found some value. If you did and you would like to see more content like this in the future, then go ahead and hit that subscription button right now. And guys, I'm asking you please to remember to turn on your post notifications so that you will get an alert the next time I upload a video. And I'm also going to ask you guys please to leave a like and a comment and share this video as well, because it really helps out this channel a lot. I'll see you on Wednesday at 5 a.m. and on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.